Welcome to Real Talk, Real Women. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and today we have certified personal trainer and figure competitor Christine Keefer on the show. Welcome, Christine. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Miriam.
So, Christine, when did you get interested in fitness?
I've actually been involved in fitness most of my young adulthood. Since middle school, I did team sports, and in college, I was introduced to the weight room. And then in college, I actually got fully involved in the weight room, and it's just been a passion since then that I followed.
Ah, great. I know you struggled with bulimia for 5 years and eventually overcame that battle. How has that made you a stronger person?
That was a very, very difficult time in my life. It I was very unhappy, and I remember watching people wishing I could just be normal and not have the issues. But through fitness and also spiritual God, between those two things, it helped set me away from that and helped me really focus on taking care of my body and feeding it nutritional, food and um, just staying focused on making myself a better person and just giving my body what it needs so I can grow properly.
Ah, amazing. A lot of people today have eating disorders like bulimia, and I am sure some of them are watching this interview today. What would you say to that?
You can beat it. You definitely have to be open with not only someone else like a therapist or um, God or anything, but you have to be very true to yourself and you have to be honest and realize that you do have a problem and seek out the help you need because you can't do it by yourself. It's very hard and there's lots of relapses. I have friends that I've met and they've had relapses. You really need to seek out the help that you need. You know that you have an issue, and once you're true to yourself and you are honest enough with yourself, you can overcome it. That's the first step, and just don't give up. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to really take time and just take one day at a time, and eventually you can beat it.
That's great advice. You became pregnant in 2006 and continued to lift weight and do cardio throughout your pregnancy. What was that like, and what advice would you give to women who are pregnant but want to stay active?
I obviously will encourage it. It's the best medicine. It's natural for you to be active. All too many times we see women just stop being active, and start eating a lot more, and it's unnecessary. You don't have to eat for two. You eat for yourself, and the baby will take the nutrients out of whatever you eat. So it's very important you put good food into your body, and the movement and being active and weightlifting, it's good because it sends blood flow to the baby inside of you and keeps your heart strong, keeps your muscles strong, and all that will come together and be very important, especially in delivering the child and also to get you back on your feet after you're done having the baby. And I encourage all women to stay active as long as the doctor, says okay and you don't have any, real issues or multiple children. That, obviously complex things, but if you can stay active, it'll only benefit you in the long run, and you'll feel better about yourself by doing
Great.
that.
I read in Natural Muscle magazine that after your daughter Amanda was born, you gave up going to the gym for 3 years. When did you decide to pick up the weights again, and was it hard to get back in the game?
Um, it was hard. I was going to school. That's the reason why I stayed home, and I was taking care of her full time. And it was just obviously responsibilities and priorities. She was my priority, and taking care of my education was obviously another priority. So I had to step away from the weight room, and it was challenging to get back because you leave the gym for so long, and you know what you used to do, and coming back, it was a little deterring because you want to go back and start where you left off. Obviously, you can't. But I just took my time, and like I said, one day at a time that's how you have to look at life, and do what you can, the best you can, and eventually, you grow stronger. And the reason why I decided to pick up the weights is because I was in a very hard time in my life. I became very depressed, was in a bad relationship, lost my grandmother who I was very, very close to. And all those reasons sent me to the gym. I started doing cardio to begin with, and then got back into the weights. And the reason why I did is because I knew how good it made me feel when I used to do it, and I was looking for something, some outlet to let go of, the emotions I was going through, and it was the best thing I ever did.
You always wanted to compete, and in 2010 you decided to give it a shot. Tell us about the journey.
That was I would watch girls in the gym, and I would just be in awe of their physiques and just how wonderful they looked. And I was like, man, I would love to look like that. And so I just set a goal, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to do a show. I'll just see how it goes, and we'll see how I do. And so I just started training to do a show. I got advice from friends in the gym, and just to teach me what I should be doing and how to do it. And so I did my first show, and it didn't turn out good. I didn't place very well, which it was fine. It actually was the best thing that ever happened to me because it just fueled me forward. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. And so after that first show, I went back to the gym and I worked extra hard, and went and did another show 3 months later and ended up taking second. And I just haven't looked back since.
Oh, amazing. You're also a certified personal trainer today. What drives you to want to help others achieve their health and fitness goals?
I want to inspire everyone. Wherever I go, whatever I do, that's my goal, is to inspire people. I want to be one of those people that you look at in the gym and be like, man, I just wish I could be like that. And I will always be conscious of who's around me in the gym, and I will go up to people and give them compliments if I see them working hard, because I want them to know that they're noticed, and that their hard work is going to pay off. And sometimes you just need to step out of your comfort zone, go up to somebody and say, hey, you're doing an awesome job. And that for me was uh, when a person would come up to me and tell me that, it inspired me. And so I want to be that for other people. I want people to be just like motivated, and stay healthy and stay fit.
Ah, that's wonderful. And as a mother, do you teach your daughter about health and nutrition as well, or do you feel she's a bit young for that?
Absolutely, I teach her everything I do because she's involved in it. She comes to my shows. She will come to the studio sometimes and see the people I train. So she has no choice but to see and be around it. And I just try to educate her. You don't have to break it down to a scientific level to her. You just talk about, do you think you should be eating that piece of candy, or do you think you should eat a piece of fruit? And she knows what's good and what's bad, and she even will tell me, Mommy, I've had too much junk today. I need to eat something good. And that makes me feel good knowing that she is taking an active role already, and she's only 6.
On your Facebook page, you write that every one of us has the potential to be whatever it is we want to be, as long as we put our minds to it. Stay focused, and most importantly, stay positive. How do you personally stay focused and positive?
Like I said, I'm spiritual. I have God in my life, and when I start to feel down and I start to feel weak, I turn to Him, and I seek my comfort and I seek my strength from Him. And if I didn't have Him in my life, it would be a lot more challenging. But you have a choice, and I tell my daughter this all the time. You have a choice. You can choose to be happy, or you can choose to be not happy. And whatever you choose it's choice, and you have to work at it. You can't just wake up and always be happy. Some days I wake up and I'm not. I'm sore, I'm tired, but I have to make that choice before I leave my house that I'm going to do the best I can to be a positive person so that I can impact other people positively.
What are some of your goals for the rest of the year?
I'm hoping to get a sponsor for either nutritional supplements or maybe to get a couple shows paid for. I have found one sponsor, Nissa Rogers, with Center Stage Posing Suits. She's actually going to be making all my suits and designing them for me for all my shows, so that's a true blessing. And another goal is just to hopefully push my career as a trainer up a notch. I just started this year privately, and so I'm trying to build that business and build that foundation. And so far, it's doing good, and I just want to continue to do better and learn as much as I can to help other people.
And where can people go to connect with you online?
My Facebook page, Christine, Chrisistine, Keefer, Keefer. I have a fan page on there, and that's another goal I'm going to be working on, is building a website. But I haven't yet done that yet. So Facebook's the best way to contact me.
Is there anything else you would like to talk about today that you feel we've missed?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Miriam, for this interview. It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to do this. And to everyone out there who is watching, just you can do whatever you put your mind to. Just stay focused, stay positive. Don't ever give up. You're going to have bad days. You're going to fall back. That's okay. You just dust your pants off, get back up, and you just keep going forward. Nothing's impossible. I just want people to know that anything is possible they put their mind to.
Great. So. Thank you so much, Christine. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Miriam. It was a pleasure to be here.
You're most welcome. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and I will see you on the next episode of Real Talk, Real Women.